Hello everyone, how you all doing today? Welcome back to the Spirit of the Cocktail. My name is Tim Kirkland, and today we're just going to celebrate the closing out of 2023 with my top 3 cocktails that I've discovered and made over this past year. Okay, now I try to do this every year where I have my top 3 cocktails I made that past year. This year is no exception. Although we have several honorable mentions. For example, the 100-year-old cigar, that's got to be one of my honorable mentions, along with several others. But it was hard for me to pick these 3, but these are my top 3 cocktails of 2023, okay? The first cocktail I like to make for you guys is called Wake Up Little Suzie. Now, this was originally created by a very dear friend of mine, Chip, from Chip's Classic Cocktails. Made that drink a few times, and it is so good. It had to make my top 3 list immediately. I suggest everyone give this a try. Again, this is called Wake Up Little Suzie. And what this is comprised of is Suze. Okay, we have Amaro Nonino. We have Maraschino liqueur. Sorry for all the bottles. You can't really see the second row. And we have gin. Okay. Now this is a stirred cocktail. I have my mixing glass right here. And what I like to do is start off with 60 mils or 2 ounces of gin of your choice. All right. Okay, to this we're going to add 30 mils or 1 ounce of Amaro Nonino, one of my all-time favorites. Again, 1 ounce, 30 mils. Okay, we're going to add 15 mils or half an ounce of Suze. And we're going to add 7.5 mils or a quarter ounce of maraschino liqueur. All right. Again, this is a stirred cocktail. I have my mixing glass, and I'm just going to add some ice. And I want to give this a stir for at least 15-20 seconds. Just want to wish everyone a happy holidays. Hope everyone got what they wanted for Christmas from Santa Claus. Didn't eat too much. And Happy New Year. Now this cocktail is definitely chilling out well in our mixing glass. All right. And I'm just going to serve this up in a chilled cocktail glass. All right. Just going to place this over here like this. And there you have it, friends and family. Wake up, little Suzie. Cheers. On the nose, I definitely smell just a hint of the Suze, and I definitely smell the botanicals coming from the gin. You could taste the caramel and the clove notes coming from the Nonino pretty well in this. On the palate, it starts off kind of sweet, and then it mellows out and evolves into a slightly earthy and bitter, not bitter, but it has like a Suze. The Suze comes on at the end. I like this drink because it evolves from one flavor profile to another in one sip. This has to be one of the best cocktails I've ever tasted, easily. So again, this is called Wake Up Little Suzie, original cocktail by Chip. Love you, Chip. Thanks for the cocktail this year. I'm just going to set this off to the side right here. All right. Now this next cocktail I found online. Anyone knows me knows I love a good Negroni. And this cocktail kind of fits that bill. It's sort of a Negroni riff. It's called a Negroni Torbato. And what it consists of is a peated whiskey. Okay, we have Cynar and we have Aperol. Okay, it's an equal measures cocktail, so it's pretty straightforward. So we have 30 mils or 1 ounce of Aperol. And this is built directly in the rocks glass. So there you have it, 1 ounce of Aperol. Okay, to this we're going to add another one of my all-time favorites, Cynar. 1 ounce, 30 mils. Okay, and to finish this awesome cocktail off, we have 1 ounce, 30 mils of a peated whiskey. In this case, I'm using Laphroaig 10 year. That's 1 ounce, 30 mils. Wow. All right. Now what I like to do is just add 1 big chunk of ice to the cocktail right in the mixing glass. And give this a stir for at least 20-25 seconds. This is another one of those cocktails. When I saw it the first time, I looked at the video. I'm like, I'm not sure how this is going to work with Laphroaig and Cynar. So since I'm kind of new to the peated whiskey game, I thought I'd give it a try. This is one of those another must tries in my opinion if you love like an Islay whiskey, something smoky. That's chilling out pretty well. Now what this calls for is an orange spritz. So I have my orange peel right here. I'm just going to give it some orange oils over the top. Give it a rub for good luck. And just place this in the glass like this. All right, there you have it. The Negroni Torbato. Cheers. On the nose, you definitely smell like the orange oils I've expressed over the top. And that's pretty much it. When you first taste this, it tastes sort of sweet from the Cynar, and the finish is sort of bitter and smoky at the same time, and it has a lot of citrus notes coming from the Aperol. Wow, it's sort of sweet, bitter, and smoky all at the same time. Again, I'm so glad I found this. This is a must try in my opinion. So again, this is called the Negroni Torbato. Okay, I'm just going to set this off to the side right here and come back to this a little later. Now this next cocktail is one of my cocktails that I go to having a long day at work. Just want to come home, listen to some music. I love jazz, so this cocktail definitely is one of my favorites because of that. The name of this cocktail is called Recorda-me Old Fashioned. And what it consists of is a peated whiskey, Welders in this case. I'm not peated, I'm sorry. It's a wheated bourbon whiskey, Welders in this case. And this is built directly in a rocks glass. So have my rocks glass right there. And this calls for 75 mils or 2.5 ounces of your wheated whiskey. 2.5 ounces, 75 mils. right. Okay, this calls for approximately 10 mils or a third of an ounce of Demerara syrup. Right. Okay. Calls for 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. If you have this Japanese style dispenser, that would be 4, but 2 standard dashes Angostura bitters. To follow this up, we have 2 dashes of orange bitters. All right, I'm just going to give this a gentle stir just to incorporate the ingredients. And I like to just add 1 big chunk of ice to my cocktail. And give that a stir for maybe 20-25 seconds. Now while I'm doing this, I like to give a huge shout out to a very dear friend of mine who turned me on to a lot of absolutely wonderful bourbons. Doc from Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus. He gifted me this Weller's Wheated Bourbon. It's one of my favorites. I never had a truly wheated bourbon before. I've had Maker's Mark, which is wheated as well, but nothing like this Weller's. Just want to give him a huge shout out and say thank you to him for turning me on to so many, outstanding bourbons. Love you, Doc. Now, it looks like that's pretty well chilled. And what I like to do is just garnish this with an orange twist. I have my orange peel right here. Just going to express some orange oils over the top and give it a rub for good luck. And I'm just going to twist this like this. And serve it in just like so. All right. There you have it, friends and family. The recorda-me old fashioned. Cheers. Wow. On the nose, I smell definitely the orange oils, and I smell just the hint of the bourbon on the nose. Oh my goodness. It's hard to describe the difference between wheated bourbon and just, I guess, standard bourbon. Excuse me. But this is a lot easier to consume. It's not too overpowering on your palate. It has a soft taste to it. And with the Demerara syrup, it's just sweet enough to just, catch your attention and mellow things out. This is an awesome cocktail. Another reason why I love this cocktail so much, it just reminds me of, good friends, family, and just having a good time and, enjoying an awesome cocktail. So there you have it, friends and family, my top 3 cocktails of 2023. Tell me what you think. What are your top 3 cocktails of 2023 that you've discovered? Love you guys. Happy New Year's. Cheers.